One of the major benefits of the elementary Montessori is that the children really get to discover many different ways of doing something. It's not just paper, it's not just using a workbook. They get to use their hands.
We have all sorts of hands-on materials, games and equipment that have all been made and designed specifically for young children. Each game has what we call an age appropriateness to it. Like this is 4-year-old work, this is first grade work, this is third grade work.
We have materials that carry over from the nursery program to elementary program. So when they come into the classroom, they're not intimidated. They look at the material and they say, I've seen that before. I know what that is. I know what that does. But there's new ways to manipulate it and get different results out of it, so it's more complex. And then they're able to move on to some other material that it doesn't frighten them so much then.
And each child is able to go through that curriculum and go through those materials based on their own individual needs.
All of our students are on different levels. We teach them where they are, not where they should be.
So they get to work with the material forever how long they wish to work with it till they have basically accomplished the goal for themselves.
They're able to go at their own pace, and it's the teacher who directs and guides the child through the curriculum.
It is really a flexible scenario, but at the same time it's structured and ordered.
At Apple, the teachers truly do an individualized plan for each child. I don't know how they do it for 20 children.
We have less than 10-to-1 ratio with our faculty and staff. In each classroom, there is a teacher and an assistant teacher. Our teachers have been teaching, many of them, between 10 and 30 years in the classrooms. Overall, in our elementary school, there is over 150 years of experience within 4 classrooms.
I know public school teachers complain when they have 2 or 3 children that require an individualized education plan. Here they manage it with a group of 20.
What happens in a traditional school is we say, we're on fractions today. And whether you get fractions or not, you have to stay on fractions. Well, if I have a child that loves fractions and understands them, why not move them to the next step?
Math here is fun. They enjoy math. They are intrigued by it. They're fascinated by it. They see these hands-on materials, and they get to feel these numbers and they get to see multiplication be laid out for them.
I look at it as immersion, which then allows for a sense of creativity, which then allows for a sense of these aha moments that we all look for and are excited about. And that's what the materials lend themselves to.
We've exposed them to grammar, and then they'll go on a tear and everything is grammar, and they're pulling everything and going, wow, oh, look, it's a verb here, but oh, look over here, it's a noun. And they really get excited about what they're exploring, and that's a lot of fun. It makes it fun as a teacher.
If you listen to a lecture, you might hold on to 10% of what you heard. If you're choosing something to work with, so you've got the interest factor, plus you've got the hands-on, the visual, the sensory, the oral, all of the components that the materials bring to it, your learning is that much stronger.
It's not textbook learning here. It is truly manipulative, hands-on, experiments, learning by seeing, learning by doing. Science is not taught in a textbook here.
That's the thing. I remember not even being in a lab until I was in middle school. And here they're learning about these animals and seeing them in real life. So we're putting the real thing in their hand instead of just in a textbook. And that's what Maria Montessori said to do. Never put anything in a child's mind that you can't put in their hand.